What is going on? People from the tube, welcome back to another Pancho things. Today I have the one box of shell that I was missing when I did the last video at Logan's. And that is the Boss Steel Reserves. So these are steel shot tinted with copper. So they came in 2 days after I did the video at Logan's. I'm gonna put them on paper today and see what this does in comparison to what I could do with the Legacy. So let's take a look and see what's going on. We're going to be doing 30 yards, 40 yards, and 45 yards respectively with the decoy, passing, and UFO. $30 yards. Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. Oh yeah. This is the 40 yards passing or mid-range out of 40 yards. That's pretty decent. A little bit of a patch on this side, little patch here, but it's a decent shot. Boss is still reserve, 45 yards, UFO. Yeah. Alright, let's go. Wow, this is our 45 yards. Yep. Alright, I'm already happy with the results. I'm already seeing the difference in between these shells and everything else that I have shot so far. So yep, I'm gonna pick it up like we have done with all the shells. I'm gonna pick it up back in the house and we're gonna go a little bit more in detail and show you guys how this looks on paper. Boss Steel Reserve. Alright, so these shells showed up 2 days after I already had done the video with the other shells, so that's why they couldn't be in the same group of videos, so I had to do a separate video for this. This is 12 gauge 3-inch number 3s, and I had to, originally when I set up, I had a clear shot, but then when I went to take the shots, I had to shoot kind of like sideways a little bit because I had some vegetation and some tall grasses that were covering half of the target. So, and there was no way for me to cut that grass. So I had to kind of take a little shot. So what I considered was a patch originally on the shot, it's actually not a patch. It's just that the shot is kind of tilted a little bit. So I had to take the shot like this versus 100% straight. But still, even if it was a patch on all 3 shots, you will see. So let's start with the decoy. This is 30-yard shot. Couple of flyers on the top. Nothing major, but there's a couple of flyers there. But look how much of the shot is in there. And there's only this patch compared to like the rest here on the side, top and bottom. So one thing that I gotta say, it feels that with these shells all the shots are a little bit tighter, a little bit grouped with the Muller choke tubes, which is not that much tighter, but you can see it's a little bit tighter than everything else. Everything else was really kind of opened up and patches, a little bit more patches. Now with this one, as I said, shot a little bit sideways, but let's say patch here, not touch here. Everything else is a nice shot. So already I'm seeing kind of like the performance base closer to what the Legacy does with my Muller choke tubes and my Benelli Super Black Eagle tube. So let's move on to the passing decoy or mid-range. All right, passing. This one, I feel that I took the shot a little bit lower on this one. It feels like, once again, nice pattern tight. As I mentioned before, I might have went a little bit lower than usual. Once again, shooting a little bit sideways, so a little bit of a patch here, and just a little bit on the top, but taking consideration that the shot might have been pulled down a little bit. Not a bad shot. Once again, compared to what I was getting with the other shells, pretty nice pattern. Compared to how open other patterns were, this is a little bit tighter. I would love if it was just a minimum, if it was a little bit more open, but compared to what we were getting, I'll take this all day. So not a bad shot. As I mentioned before, that angle might have messed up with us, and I pulled the shot low a little bit, so that would have messed up a little bit. But even then, that's a nice pattern. So let's go and check the UFO long range. UFO long range, man. Best shell that has shot on that UFO. 100% now. Barely little pattern here, barely a little bit here. Once again, I'm attributing this to the side shot. You will see that there's a little bit of flyers on the side, flyers, a little bit of flyers here, flyers on the top. Out of all the shots, out of the 3 shots, this one, which is the full, the tighter pattern out of 45 yards, not bad, and it's by far the best shell that has pattern on the UFO. Like, this is really comparable to what I was getting on my Legacy. At least with the UFO, probably a little bit better than what I was getting with the Legacy. So can't beat it. Yeah, can't beat these guys. That is an excellent pattern. Boss is still reserve. Wow, for a steel shot. Steel shots will lose distance because of the density of the metal. Now these guys are tinted with copper. So it is a nice, by far, from all the steel that I have shot, this is probably the shell that have performed the best with my configuration. Super Black Eagle 3 Muller choke tubes. Once again, it was the same thing when I went and I did all the patterning that I did in the past, and I ended up switching to Boss the Legacy. So yeah, I think this is gonna be my pick for the season. I think that this is what I'm gonna shoot for Big Duck this season. For teal, I use everything that I had left from my Boss, and I have a whole assortment of crazy shells that I had it from the past that I want to shoot down because they're just sitting in there. So, but yeah, really pleased with the shot, with the shell. The performance is Boss. Is compared to the price, yeah, it's a little bit more expensive than your regular steel shot, but performs extremely well. Now, the only thing that is being to be seen is how much penetration and impact power and distance will that copper added to the pellet, what it will do for the birds. But yeah, I already ordered a case of this. It's on its way, and we're gonna test them out in the field with ducks and see how that goes. So there you go. That's the last shell that I was going to review for the season. If there's another shell that you want me to review with the Benelli Super Black Eagle 3 and the Muller choke tubes, just comment down below. Let me know what shell you want to see, and if I have them available and close, I will try to shoot them. I would love to try the Apex and the Migras or Migras. I don't know how you pronounce that. I would love to try those. I never put a shot on those, so I would like to try those. But as of right now, Boss is doing great. And as you guys know, Boss don't do endorsements and stuff like that. So all of the shells that you saw me shoot through this entire testing is all have come out of my pocket. So it's not that any of these companies are paying me for anything. And as for the Muller choke tubes, I only get anything if you guys use this coupon and buy and try this choke tubes using this coupon. But they're not either paying me to tell you I just use this because it's what has worked for me so far, and it's working just fine. So, and now with the Boss, due to obvious reasons, what happened with the metal and the legacy, I had to figure it out. They came out a few days later with the full copper uh, pellet, but I already had ordered a case of this. So, Boss, if you're watching, if you want to send me a case of the coppers for me to try during the season, I will not get mad about that. But as of right now, I just literally just ordered an entire case of these guys. So, I mean, that's what I'm gonna roll with through the season. So, thank you so very much for watching. Like, share, subscribe, click the notification bell so you can be notified every time that I upload on a video. And I will see you in the next one. Pancho out.